Hi, this is Keeper, creator and founder of DirectSellingLive.com, network marketing direct selling's fastest growing online social, entertainment, and education community serving the worldwide direct selling industry. I want to take a few moments to share with you a new project we are launching. This new project is called Network Marketing Direct Selling's 100 Million Voices Project 2010. What is the 100 Million Voices Project 2010? Well, it's an industry initiative, an industry global movement to gather over 100 million stories that would allow us to share the rich cultural history of network marketing direct selling with ourselves and with the industry during the year of 2010. The 100 Million Voices Project is looking to gather 100 million short stories, videos, blogs, text messages, emails, tweets, pictures, songs, whatever you can think of that would allow us to learn more about ourselves and share ourselves with the world. In 2010, we're asking any and everyone who has had any contact ever to come to the 100 Million Voices Project 2010 and share your story. We're asking anyone, be it a distributor, a customer, a prospect, a company employee, an association member, a company executive, to share your memories of network marketing direct selling. Now, direct selling has been around for over 150 years, looking back to the 1850s when the Southwestern company started, and then jumping to 1886 when AVON. There are companies that have come and gone since then, but imagine this. How many lives over those 150 years has this industry touched? How many lives have we impacted? Tens of millions. I estimate over those 150 years, it has to be hundreds of millions. Now, of course, some of these people aren't with us, but their stories are just as important. These stories can be shared through family and friends who can come back and tell us what impact this industry has had on their family over the 150 years. We want these stories. It makes no difference how long you've been in the industry. It could have been a week or it could be 30 years. Your story still matters. Our stories are so fantastic. They could be so heartfelt. But imagine the stories coming from all over the world, from different cultures, Mexico, Korea, Brazil, Canada, Australia. And imagine having these stories and being able to watch them and view them. And you will, because when we are all done with this, we're going to turn these stories over to the industry as a gift. Our industry is great at telling stories. That's what we do. I don't believe there's any other industry that does it better than we do. So we know you have the stories. We're just asking that you share them. Now, we all know of the superstars, the people who make $100,000 a month, people who make $50,000 a month. We know the people who make $1 million a year. Those are great stories, but those are not the stories we want. We want the stories from the average distributor, the average person, the customer, the prospect, the distributors who do the day-to-day work, the week-to-week work, looking to achieve their dreams. We're looking for the stories of success, your stories of triumph, your stories of victory, regardless of how large or how small they are. We want to know about the life-changing moments, the surprises that have happened to you, the friends you've made, the loves that you've made and kept. We want to know the families that have come through this union of network marketing direct selling. We want to know how direct selling and network marketing has affected your life and the lives of your family and friends. We want the true stories of why you joined the industry and why you remain. What are your dreams? How have they come true? And what are you still looking to achieve? The 100 Million Voices Project is looking for those first contact stories. For instance, when was your first contact with network marketing direct selling? Was it as a child when your parents were buying products or as a distributor? Was it going to your grandparents' house or your neighbor's house and seeing some product from AVON or Tupperware or AMWAY or Herbalife or something like that? These are the stories that we want. Can you imagine the types of stories that can be shared? The funny stories, the embarrassments, the just silly stuff, the conference stories, the stories of friendships that have been created, the families that have been created because of the friendships, you know, all this sort of stuff. It just has to be absolutely mind-boggling. Let me take a quick moment to share a story or two that'll give you an example of what it is we're looking for. Back in 1969, my mother went on a singing tour through the Midwest, and she had all 8 of her kids go up to Portland, Oregon to stay with my grandmother and my grandfather. My grandmother had this huge reclining chair that sat in the middle of the living room. This reclining chair had two pockets, one on the right side and one on the left side. On the right side, you could always find your Sears or Montgomery Ward catalog. On the left side, there was always another catalog there that my grandmother ordered from all the time. She would always get products from this catalog. This company would send them to her and she would divvy up all the products and take them to her family and friends. I didn't know what it was at the time. You can bet I do now. The company was AVON. My grandmother passed away 3 years ago at 89, and 3 months before she passed away, she was still filling AVON orders for her friends. Now that's a powerful story. Another one, back in 1972, my family, we lived in South Central Los Angeles, and we were pretty poor. We could barely pay a $90 a month rent. I mean, we were on food stamps. There were times that we didn't eat. There were times, it was bad. The 8 kids from time to time had to go into the neighborhood to gather up bottles throughout the neighborhood so we could redeem them for the nickels and dimes and quarters so we could get enough money to buy a pound of ground beef that could go with a bag of rice and last us for the week. That's just the way it was for us. With that many kids, 8 kids, 4 boys and 4 girls, my mom and dad, and we could barely hold a house down, you can imagine dirty clothes would pile up throughout the house. With us living like this, if you can imagine, the clothes that we had were dirty all the time. I would go to gym class and I would go in and I would see my friends, they would have brand new socks all the time. I could not understand what was going on. It never occurred to me they had something we didn't have. They had a washer and dryer in the house. My mother and I, we would get up at 2 o'clock in the morning every 3 to 4 weeks and gather up all the clothes in the house. Now think about this, 3 to 4 weeks of clothes, 10 people, that's 15 to 20 large leaf and lawn bags filled with dirty clothes. Man, it's such a memory. We would go to the local laundromat and be there for 5 to 6 hours, just my mother and I, washing clothes, drying clothes, and folding clothes, and getting back just in time to send us off to school. Well, one day my mom came home. She was so excited because she found this new soap. She said it would save us a lot of money because it would last for months and months and months. Once again, I didn't know what it was. I didn't find out till later, but my mother was real excited about this soap back in 1972. It was AMWAY's SA8, one of their signature soaps. This was a victory for us, having this soap in the house, because it saved us a few quarters. It meant that we could get some vegetables maybe, or maybe buy a box of Mexicali casserole that could go with the ground beef. These are the types of stories that we're looking for. These are first contact stories. These are very powerful stories. And these are stories of hope and triumph that we're hoping you will take the time to share with us. The 100 Million Voices Project does have a social component to it, an online social community. However, know this, you do not need to join the social community to share your stories, to read your stories, or to watch the stories, or to even listen, view the images. You don't have to. That is a completely separate entity. It's there if you want it. That would allow you to contact more of your friends and share more of your stories. It's not about the recruiting. It's not about the selling. This particular community is about sharing the stories. The 100 Million Voices Project can be seen in a number of places. You can watch and learn more about the 100 Million Voices Project on directsellinglive.com, of course. You can also share on YouTube, MySpace, Facebook, and Twitter. We are also taking emails. Any place that you want to share, we want to offer as many access points as possible. Once this is all said and done, we're going to compile all these stories and give them to the industry as a gift from us. We really hope you take the time to share. We really hope you ask your prospects, ask your customers why they continue to buy our products, why they continue to come into the industry, but more importantly, ask yourself why you're here. Every distributor has a reason, every family has a why, and every family has a story to share. So please share. Thank you.